What up, boxing fans? It's your boy Lalo, aka Lalo from Lalo's Boxing, and you are now tuning into the hottest boxing podcast. Yee! Alright, man, so we're going to talk about the Joshua Usyk fight and, some of the undercards that I thought was a little interesting and what's been going on in the boxing world and the fights that are coming up. So let's get started, man. First fight I want to talk about is Hatton versus Martinez, man. It was a bullshit. I don't like using this word, man, but it was a robbery. Hatton got his ass whooped. He lost his fight. From boxing experts, boxing analysts, boxing fighters, fucking boxing fans, the whole goddamn world seen Martinez win this fight. And the odd thing about it, the person that scored the fight was the referee. So, that's kind of strange. But in the UK, they have, referees scoring the fight for people that are, coming up with low amount of professional fights. It's kind of weird, but I guess it's okay. I don't know. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is referee did a bad job scoring the fight, because we all seen the boxing world, boxing community, boxing analysts, boxing experts, boxing fans, fighters, champions. We all seen this kid Martinez win this fucking fight. And for him to get robbed is fucking bullshit, man. This shit is the shit that gives our sport that we love to watch a fucking black eye, man. It's not right. It's not right at all. It's bullshit, man. Especially for, the fighter Martinez, because we don't know, what he had to sacrifice. We don't know how many hours he spent in the gym training, preparing for this big moment. And for him to get robbed is just complete BS. It's not right. And only because Hatton got that, Ricky Hatton last name, and they want him to continue the legacy. It's also in the UK. And, if he lost, man. He will learn. But to give him a gift like this is just complete bullshit. Hopefully, Martinez get another shot, down the line. Hopefully, Eddie Hearn could call him back for another fight, because he deserved it, man. The whole world seen him win. And it's not right. It's completely bullshit, man. But, shout out to Martinez. Keep your head high. And, you'll be back. You'll be back. We seen you win. Keep doing what you're doing. It's kudos to you. The next fight I want to talk about is Callum Smith versus Castillo. Shout out to Callum Smith, man. After getting dominated by Canelo, he comes back, fights a fighter that fought, the champion, Bivol. And this fighter, Castillo, went all rounds with Bivol. And Bivol's a big puncher, and he's a great boxer. He's a boxer puncher. He's great, But Callum Smith not only knocked, but brutally knocked Castillo the F out. And it had us boxing fans worried, man, because the way Castillo went down was on his back. And it looked like he was having a seizure. So, that's always scary. But thank God, nothing major happened. Later, they took him to the hospital. And then, later, a few hours later, Castillo posted on his Instagram that, he's A-okay. He's been medically cleared. And, he should be returning to the DR, the Dominican Republic, soon. I'm pretty sure he's home by now. But yeah, man, kudos to Callum Smith, man. He, debuted at light heavyweight. He scored a brutal knockout with his new trainer, Buddy McGirt. He looked pretty good, man. So, there's a lot of great fights for, Callum Smith. I just mentioned Bivol. That's also a good fight for Callum Smith. We also got Joe Smith Jr., another great fight. And last but not least, Bivol. Those are the three champions right now at light heavyweight. So, it's always going to be a good fight. But a fighter that I want to see before Callum Smith get a world title shot is against Zurdo Ramirez. Why not, man? That's a good fight in my personal opinion. And the winner could, fight for a world title. Let's get it on, man. That's a hell of a fight. I think they should make that shit happen. Let me know what you guys think. But, yeah, man. Congrats to fucking Callum Smith. And hope to see you soon. Hell of a fighter. Last but not least, let's talk about Joshua versus Usyk. All right, man, I'm finna admit, I thought Joshua was going to win this fight. I thought his height, his reach, being the bigger man, would, get him the victory. But shout out to Uzik, Alexander Uzik. That motherfucker proved me and many other people wrong. You know, he did what he does best, man. He put on a clinic. He boxed beautifully. He showed the boxing IQ, the lateral movement, the angles, the footwork. Oh my God, man. He was landing these straight left hands. He did what he was supposed to do, and he boxed beautifully. The thing that I was, that shocked me was that he was able to hurt Anthony Joshua a couple times. And one of the things is that when going into the last round, round 12, in my scorecard, he was already up by 4 rounds. Because I only gave Anthony Joshua 4 rounds. So I had Usyk winning damn near 8 rounds. And he went out there and instead of, going on cruise control, he went out there and fucking, left off where he was at, man. He started dominating the fight. The last 10 seconds, Anthony Joshua got hurt again, real bad. And I thought Usyk was going to get him out of there. So, Usyk was, shout out to Usyk, man. He not only had the fight secure, but he didn't want to leave no doubt of, who the winner was. And he did his thing, man. I could say Usyk is damn near pound for pound top 3 right now. Just by his accomplishments, man. We gotta, recognize when a fighter needs to be top 3 on the pound for pound list, man. Usyk cleared out the cruiserweight division. He moves up to the heavyweight division. Fight one of the baddest motherfuckers at heavyweight, who is unified champion, who holds 3 of the 4 belts, Anthony Joshua, and made him look ordinary. So, my personal opinion, you gotta have him up on top 3 pound for pound. You just have to. You gotta put respect on his name. Anthony Joshua just fought the wrong fight, in my opinion, man. He didn't look too good, man. He gave up his size, and he would just admire his work by landing 1 or 2 punches, but didn't really follow up. He tried to outbox the boxer, and it didn't work out. You got to make a southpaw feel uncomfortable in that ring, and he didn't do that with Usyk, and he didn't show that he was a bigger man. He let Usyk get too comfortable, and Usyk had the lead in the early rounds. I had a 4-0 shutout for Usyk going up to the 5th round. So yeah, Anthony Joshua just gave up too many rounds. But now Usyk is now the threat in the heavyweight division. There is a rematch clause, but Anthony Joshua got to come with a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, all these game plans. He just can't come with a plan A, because if plan A don't work, you got to go with something that will work. So he got to go back to the drawing board, which he will, and we'll see if he makes any changes. But from what I see, he shouldn't try to outbox the boxer no more. You got to make him feel uncomfortable, apply the pressure, hit him with the left hooks, follow it up with combinations, throw a little bit more. It's boxing. He is going to get hit. So, he got to just prepare for that. But in my honest opinion, it would be a hell of a fight. I would want to see a rematch, but I think before he does a rematch clause right away, I think he should get his confidence up with one tune-up fight. For some reason, I never felt like Anthony Joshua was the same fighter after the first Andy Ruiz fight. I think Andy Ruiz took some of his confidence, some of that killer instinct that Anthony had. But yeah, man, Anthony Joshua needs to get it together, man. And no, Anthony Joshua wasn't overrated at all, man. He deserved, he was one of the baddest men in the heavyweight division. So y'all gotta stop with that overrated shit, man. I mean, you boxing fans, boxing content creators make me sick at times when y'all say some BS like that, man. Y'all gotta put respect on Anthony Joshua's name. He just lost to a better fighter, and that's all. That's all it was to it. No, he's not overrated. He was a champion for a reason. So stop that shit, man. Y'all make me sick when y'all say some bullshit like that. And I have to address it. So it is what it is, man. I think Anthony Joshua will be back, man. But now, man, Usyk is a threat in the heavyweight division. And there is a lot of fights, for Usyk. If he beats Joshua again, we can hopefully see the winner of Tyson Fury and Wilder, fight Usyk next. Because, I do want to see an undisputed champion soon. So we'll see if we get them fights, man. Because, in the heavyweight division, we had two opportunities, two great fights that never happened. The first one was Joshua versus Wilder. That shit didn't happen. And then we wanted Joshua versus Fury. And Usyk just, said, not no more, man. I'm a threat. I'm the champion. And I'm here to fuck up everybody's plans. So, it's us fans, we take L's when we don't, get these fights when they should happen. And that's the thing about boxing, man. We got to make the fights when they need to happen, not wait and not get these fights. So hopefully, eventually we'll get this fight. But we need these fights when they should happen and then at the moment. So it is what it is, man. Another thing I want to talk about is, Manny Pacquiao, man. Manny Pacquiao has officially retired from the sport of boxing. I just want to say thank you to Manny Pacquiao, man. Manny Pacquiao was a hell of a fighter. I watched Manny Pacquiao growing up, damn near all his fights. And it's, it's a bittersweet moment, man. I'm happy for Manny Pacquiao, but I'm also sad that, he's leaving the sport of boxing. And, hopefully he does well in his political career. I wish him nothing but the best. Hopefully he makes changes for his Filipino people, for the Philippines. And, I know he will be running for president. So he got a big task ahead. So, kudos to Manny Pacquiao. But I just want to thank him for everything he did in and out the ring. He's one of the few fighters that, did it for the glory. And also, help his community, his people out. He did a lot for them. And, it just, unfortunate that we will never see him again in the boxing ring. So, thank you, Manny Pacquiao, and wish you the best, man. He left us a lot of memorable fights, such as, the fight with Marquez. All four of them are classics, against Terrible Morales, Barrera, Cotto, De La Hoya. All these fights will always be remembered, and, he always gave everything in the ring. So, kudos to Manny Pacquiao, man. Thank you, and wish you the best, man. You're a living legend, and we'll always be a fan of you. Thank you, Manny Pacquiao. So, last but not least, man, I want to talk about Terrence Crawford versus Shawn Porter, man. Shawn Porter is a hell of a fighter, man. This is Terrence Crawford toughest fight on paper in the welterweight division. And I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. I think it's November 20th in the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. And Crawford is a hell of a fighter. And Shawn Porter is a hell of a fighter. We know what type of fighter that is going to come. And at Shawn Porter, he always leave everything in the ring. He gave Thurman a great fight. Garcia a great fight. Errol Spence a great fight. And, this motherfucker always come to fight. So expect a great fight. Action. And we know Terrence Crawford, man. He's damn near, one of the pound for pound fighters. Top 3. I have, in my pound for pound rankings, I have him top 2, but he's top 3. Yeah, he's very skillful, man. One of my favorite fighters at the moment, if not the favorite fighter, besides Canelo and some other cats. But yeah, man, Terrence Crawford, he's a real deal, man. I'm proud of him, man. He's finally got a fight that he's been asking for. He got somebody on his resume in the welterweight division that's going to get him credibility, because not a lot of you motherfuckers give him credit. And I respect that, because he hasn't fought nobody, but it's not really his fault. You know, they've been saying that he's across the street making, you know, a bunch of BS just for the fights won't happen, man. But now, shout out to the WBO. They made this fight possible. And we have a great fight coming November 20th. So we got to, you know, tune in. Also, we got Fury and Wilder coming up in less than 2 weeks, October 9th. That's going to be a hell of a fight, man. We got the trilogy. And, you know, I think it's going to be a good fight. It's damn near, like, I want to say I have Fury, probably. But I seen that Wilder been putting in the work, and I'm hearing from his camp, his team, that he's, you know, he want it real bad, and he's gonna do everything to get this victory. And he's been looking real great in training, but you know, training and fighting is two different things. We all know that, and I believe that Fury is just a better boxer. So if Fury could take Wilder's punch, Wilder's going to be in a whole lot of trouble, in my personal opinion. But it's going to be a great fight, man. You know, like Deontay Wilder says, he's got to be perfect for 2 seconds. That's all he needs. And he could take you out. But we seen Fury take Wilder's best shots already. We seen him get up from that deck like the Undertaker. So it's going to be a hell of a fight, man. So last but not least, let's wrap it up with the Canelo, man. The Canelo situation. Canelo versus Plant, man. I already have Canelo up a round off of what he did against the press conference against Caleb Plant, man. It's kind of crazy, man. Look, Caleb Plant been saying, you know, cheat this, cheater that. You know, saying, oh, he's a cheater. But this is the double standards. Caleb Plant supplement guy is Victor Conte. Victor Conte is known as a former steroid distributor. So how you gonna call somebody a cheat while you're working with the kingpin that's been known, that did prison time for distributing steroids? You just can't do that. You can't point the finger at Canelo while you're working with this guy. And it is what it is, but what I'm trying to say is you just can't point the finger at Canelo, calling him a cheater while you're working with Victor Conte. Last but not least, if you think Canelo's a cheater, why are you fighting him? You're contradicting yourself, kid. And you know, he's been doing a lot of talking. It's good. It's good for the build-up, you know. And you know, I believe Canelo is gonna hurt this boy. He's gonna beat him down. He's gonna, you know, make a statement. And Canelo's gonna become the new undisputed champion at super middleweight division. Caleb Plant is gonna get hurt. He's gonna get bodied. So, you know, November 6th, Canelo's gonna put Mexico on top. So shout out to Canelo, man. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. I can't wait. And let me know what you guys think about this episode, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, to, you know, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and keep supporting the movement, man. We just getting better and better, man. This is your boy Lilo, and I'm signing off. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Yee!